Hi, and welcome to the Bottom Line. I'm Pastor Paul Steele from Bethlehem Church in Austin, Minnesota. Now, the bottom line is our weekly summary of the previous Sunday's sermon. And if you've been following along with us, either here on these Bottom Line videos or our sermon videos or our live stream, you know we've been doing a sermon series entitled Living by Faith as we look at the book of James. Now, we're coming to the end of the book. On Sunday, we looked at James chapter 5, verses 7 through 12. And here, James is encouraging us not to give up. Remember, what James is teaching us in this book is that a disciple of Jesus is to live each day by faith. And if we're to live each day by faith, that requires us to hang on, to persevere, not to give up. And as examples of our perseverance, of how we are to persevere, James gives us three examples. He says that we're to be like the farmer who plants his seed and yet trusts God for his provision of rain, provision to make sure that the crops grow. He trusts in God. He has that vision of what the harvest looks like. He also gives the example of the prophet who has a job from God to speak God's word. And in the process, the prophet endures opposition and persecution, but he keeps on speaking the word that God gives to him. And so we are to keep on doing the task that God has given to us, the task of loving him and loving others. And the third example of endurance, of perseverance that James gives is Job, this figure in the Old Testament who endures testing at the hands of Satan, but doesn't curse God. Rather, he trusts that God will restore him. And so in these three examples, we are reminded not to give up, that we can trust God, for God to provide what we need, for God to give us the faith to make it through, that God will restore us in the end. And so our bottom line from Sunday is this: disciples of Jesus remain faithful, trusting God to make things right. Disciples of Jesus remain faithful, trusting God to make things right. And our challenge from Sunday is this: to write down 3 reasons why you have hope. And then in our prayer time, make sure you're thanking God for those reasons. We all have reasons to continue to hope. And because of them, we can persevere to the end. So remember to join us on Sunday mornings at 10:30, either online here at YouTube or on Facebook, or in person next to Ellis Middle School in Austin, Minnesota. If there's anything you would like me to be praying about, let me know. I'm glad to be praying for you. And if you like this video, if you are encouraged by what we're doing, remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. God bless.